This podcast is part of the Hey, whoa, take it easy, man. Get your hands off me podcast network. Can you meet me role play? Right at the borderline is where I'm gonna wait for you. I've been looking out for role play. Took my heart to the limit, and this is where role play.
Did I tell you I was chatting to presidential candidate Heather Humphreys recently?
No way.
She was listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
And I saw her, she had the earphones in, and then she took them out. And I was like, Heather, what did you think of the podcast? And she said, "Eh la la, wonderful podcast." I've been itching to tell you that joke. I've been waiting for days.
The smile on your face as well.
Yeah.
Chuffed.
I think I was smiling too much in advance of saying it. Honestly,
Really?
you knew you had to laugh.
Yeah. No,
If you didn't, I'd be really upset. But
I was chatting to presidential candidate Catherine Connolly.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, yeah, and I said to her, "Oh, Catherine, what you think of the podcast so far? Like, we've 2 episodes out. Like, do you think it's good?" And she had a football like under her top, like kind of like making it look like a belly,
pregnant or something. Yeah.
like she's pregnant. But she took that out and just started doing keepy uppies. Like, yeah.
Okay.
But I think she did like it.
Okay.
I think that means she likes it.
Why do you think that means she likes it?
I just think that means she likes it. I think keepy uppies are always a good thing to do.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess a sign of positive feelings.
Yeah.
Mad that we're hanging out so much with presidential candidates.
Yeah. I'm going to spoil my vote.
Really?
Yeah, I just after sharing those two for Jim, yeah.
I didn't
up the
like.
dubs.
I felt it was a bit condescending. Heather Humphreys' response to me. You know.
Yeah.
La la. I'm like,
like a little bit like patronising. Yeah.
Give me some actual feedback, please.
Yeah. Do you think like?
Give it 5-star. You know
what
I mean?
Did you like? Do you listen to it on Spotify or Apple or Amazon, Deezer?
Yeah.
She probably listens on Deezer.
She is. She's a Deezer geezer.
Do you reckon she showed the podcast to her orange man husband?
Ooh, I think she probably did. And to be fair, the reason she probably liked it is the last episode did start with saying it's part of the Prodcast network.
Yeah, and that hooked them.
That's really
yeah.
That was for them. Honestly, I wanted to reel them in with that one, but I was hoping for constructive feedback, for a little bit more, depth. All she had to say was "oh la la." Catherine Connolly, by the sounds of things, didn't have anything to actually say. No,
but I'd like it. A keepy uppie speaks 1,000 words in my eyes. And I think
not in mine.
But I think she's a big fan. Look, shout out to Jim Gavin. Not right what they done to him.
Ugh. It's tough.
I think he's since paid back paid back the rent that he owes those people.
Did he?
I think he actually did, yeah.
Okay.
Which is, look, no harm, no foul.
Exactly. It was all worked out in the end. Shut up.
It was mad that your man who was the actual tenant, he's on the Nicola Talent podcast.
Really?
Yeah, he's a co-host of that podcast, just by chance. The crime podcast, which is
how fitting.
And this is a podcast.
Yeah, not a crime podcast.
No.
Well,
there's
it's so funny. It should be criminal.
Yeah, we should be locked up for the things we say.
Yes, they should lock us up
when the cameras aren't rolling.
Lock us up and throw away the ghee.
What do you mean, Heather Hump for free? That's what they call it. That's bad out. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that.
You're going on an exciting trip
this week.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, ask me where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going. That's the whole thing about it, because I'm going on a mystery tour. 2 of my friends have booked a holiday, a destination that the rest of us, I think there's about 15 of us going, and the rest of us don't know where we're going. Isn't that a bit of crack, like?
That is a bit of fun. It's exciting. Has there been any hints?
No.
Any indications?
Well, so I think we're getting a message today about what we have to pack, because, based on how much money we paid, I think and we booked fairly in advance, and as I mentioned, it's quite a big group. So it could be as far as like mainland Europe. Like, I don't know. I was thinking Prague. That's a real lads kind of place to go. And it is just a group of lads. But then it could also be, I don't know, a few nights in Tenerife or something. Do you know what I mean? So they'd kind of be a bit of a disparity in terms of, suitable attire. So I think we're getting a message today to kind of give us a hint on what to pack without giving too much information away. But that being said, looking forward to it. I'm a bit stressed about the whole thing. It's a great idea, great concept, but I am scared. Like,
it is a little scary, but I think that'll be part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It'll add to the excitement of it, and it'll make the big reveal of where you're going even more, I don't know, of a exciting, euphoric moment. But, you know, for me, the one question would be, you said there, like, there's a big group, like 15 lads. Where was my invite?
yeah, so
Why wasn't I invited?
welcome to episode 3 of Roleplay.
Don't you dare try and move on.
What?
Don't try and sidestep this.
No, look, I think the preamble is kind of coming to an end now, and we probably should introduce the segments or whatever.
It's not coming to an end. We have a little clock here to indicate to us how long we feel we should be speaking. There's 3 minutes left.
Is that what that is?
You just didn't know.
I thought our relationship was purely professional and serious.
Yeah, well, maybe so, but I've been ready to make the next step. I've been dying to be invited on a mystery trip with 15 of the bros.
Well, look, there was only 15 seats on the plane, actually. It's one of those small planes.
Yeah. God, those small. You know, you'd be surprised at how many trips I've missed out on because of the small planes.
Yeah, you would think that they would just book a normal passenger plane, like a Ryanair 737 or something.
They go even smaller because my family, there's 8 people in my family, right? And the amount of holidays where all they've been able to get is the L7-seater plane. And then it's like, well, you know, you've thrown a short straw here, Simon. You've got to hold the fort at home.
But you do that so well. Like, you're so good at holding down the fort. Yeah. Like, has there been any, I don't know, has anyone ever broken in to the house? Like, while they've been away?
No.
Like,
a few people have tried, but when they see it's me,
yeah,
they're like,
they left. They
just leave
again.
it. Yeah.
He has enough to be worrying about. Like,
enough on his
place.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
He's got to hold the fort.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what that means, you know. I don't live in a fort. No holding to be done.
Well, look, you do a great job at it, and look, I know that you'd be well able to hold the fort while I'm gone as well. So that's kind of why I asked.
We don't even live together.
No,
so
but I know
that makes even less sense in this instance.
Yeah, but I just think
I'll hold the podcast fort.
I suppose that'll do. That'll do. And maybe next time we'll book a plane that maybe has 16 seats.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. I bet I know the 2 friends of yours who organised it as well.
Who?
Is it the Bruisers?
No, it's not actually.
Let me explain why I call them the Bruisers. Because
I completely forgot about this. Yeah.
This year we were both at Primavera in Barcelona. Wonderful festival.
A great festival.
They say.
Yeah, as they say, unreal festival.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put a little bit of Catalan.
I'm just saying unreal. But yeah, go on. Who are the Bruisers?
We had a really lovely time. We actually saw a lot of each other, which was great because there was no reception in there. It was very hard to find people. But we did manage to find each other.
Once you stepped inside those gates, there was like you weren't able to, stay in contact with anyone. So it was very important that you stayed with the group. But
no reception, right. Or as they would say there, no.
So we just by chance on two and like there's tens of thousands of people at this festival. I think there's millions of people there, and I counted every one. Mm-hmm. But I just by chance, be it destiny or I don't know, bad luck, but we bumped into each other on the way in on two of the days, which is just unheard of.
It is unheard of, and the second day we bumped into each other was great because we stayed with each other for a good bit. The first day we did not, because you had 2 pals who I subsequently, let me say, got chatting to. Lovely guys. Mm-hmm. We hit it off. That day, I think they were they were very keen to get to a particular act.
Yeah.
And I was me and my peoples, we were coming in with a very different energy. We wanted to bop around.
100%. You were coming in with a normal energy.
Yeah.
These guys had been to Primavera before, and they had this idea in their head of how their night wanted to go. And like, yeah, like I was talking to you, and I don't know if they realized that I was friends with you, or they thought maybe you were just a random man I was talking to. And they like tried to usher me away from you.
They did.
So like, and I know the two lads.
They're big guys.
They're big guys. They're big bruisers.
They're bruisers.
Yeah.
So I started calling them the Bruisers.
Shout out to Ben and Keen, my friends who live in Barcelona. Later on, they live in Barcelona. They live in Barcelona. Yeah. Yeah. You would think that they'd be a bit more. El Brudero. But they later on, I queued for a Jameson, and like the queue was about 10 minutes long.
Out a brand that's not sponsored.
Sorry, I queued for a whiskey, an Irish whiskey, but the queue was about 10 minutes long, and they were fuming about it. They were like, "This is not in our plan," as if they fucking had the whole itinerary for the day.
You can't plan every second of your life, Bruisers.
No,
much like how you can't plan how you're going to go a little overtime on your clock.
Yeah, we better get to it, right? Now I'm annoyed. You know what? I'm gonna cut them out of my life.
Yeah, about time, and that'll free up 2 slots on the trip. So I will go.
That's different for like so many friend groups. You see?
Oh, okay. Cool. No worries.
No, look, their heart was in the right.
Their heart was in the right place.
And as you said, we did kind of. I think a couple of days later, then we did actually all become friends, and it was all good and nothing to worry about ever again.
And I love the Bruisers now. So shout out Ben and
Keen.
And
look, the Bruisers, when they're on your side, they're a good resource to have.
They are.
To be honest, yeah.
They'll always have your back.
100%. Right, on that note, welcome to episode 3 of Roleplay with me, Ryan.
And me, Simon. You guys know the drill at this point, unless you're listening for the first time, in which case you don't. Mm-hmm. So let's tell you, this is a role-playing, improv, comedy podcast. We play roles. We also dice roll. That's going to happen a little later, but first we take on a couple of roles and interview one another as those roles. Mm-hmm. Today, I'm going first.
I think you're going first today. Yeah. No, I'll go afterwards.
You'll go after I go first.
But first, a word from the sponsor of this podcast episode.
Finding the right therapist in today's world can be hard. How do you know if your therapist has really got your back, will stick with you through thick and thin, or put simply, is tough enough? I'll tell you how, with the help of the sponsor of this episode, Therapist Deathmatch.
Therapist Deathmatch couldn't be simpler. When you sign up, they match you with 8 therapists in your area, and then those 8 also match up in the ring for a fight to the death. No weapons or armor, just 8 naked and scared therapists forced to duke it out and kill or be killed. The last one standing doesn't just get to live, they get to be your therapist, having proven themselves worthy in the ultimate challenge.
And if that's not good enough, Therapist Deathmatch also includes a 3-month post-deathmatch trial period. If your killer ain't killing your personal problems, you can either get your money back or introduce 4 new therapists into the mix for another brutal bout of hand-to-hand combat to see if the winner of that battle is a better fit.
Head on to therapistdeathmatch.shrink to sign up today and use discount code THERAPLAY10 for 10% off your first transaction. Thanks, Therapist Deathmatch. Good afternoon. Today on Roleplay, we are joined by a child from the television from the 1950s. It's Wee Willy Whimsy. Wee Willy, how are you doing?
Very well. I am doing quite well on this fine day and very happy to be joining you here for this interview that is happening not on the television but on a sort of a wireless contraption known as a podcast.
Yeah, well, podcasts are you would have had radio in the 1950s, I'm sure. So this
wireless
is
radio.
Wireless radio, yeah, absolutely. So
no wires at all.
Yeah, no wires, and there's kind of still no wires, but you can also kind of access the radio on. You can actually get it on your telly and on the internet and stuff. But I'll get onto that. Wee Willy, you're very welcome here. Obviously, it's 2025 now. You're a child, being kind of like you'd be kind of used to being interviewed about what life is like in the future.
Yes, as a child on the television in the 1950s. Yes, yeah. I am used to that.
A great decade, really. Yeah,
a very good one.
The nifty 50s. Come here. What is life like for you as a child from the television from the 1950s?
As a child from the television in the 1950s, life is it can be quite hard for me. My situation is rather difficult in many ways. I try to see the good things in life, but things can be very difficult. There are many children in my family. There are 23 children in the
23?
Whimsy. 23, and we are all called Wee Willy. So 23, and all of the little boys are called Wee Willy, and all of the little girls are called Wee Willy. But of course, all of the little girls are also all little boys, because there are only little boys on the television in the 1950s. And we seldom get to see our mother and father. They are often out because both must work very long shifts. My father, Wee Willy Whimsy Sr., he is a chimney sweep. He sweeps the chimneys in the town. And my mother works in a factory with many other women and little boys where they manufacture nasty remarks about foreigners with large machines.
Right, okay. And how do you spend your time with Willy Whimsy?
Well, I spend my time, quite a bit of my time is spent giving interviews, of course, of this description as a child on the television.
Oh, you'd spend a lot of time doing this
Yes.
kind of stuff, but it would be on the TV.
It would be on the television.
On the
1950s.
BBC, typically, I'd say?
Perhaps on the BBC or one of the other networks. But when I am not giving these interviews, I am at school. But school can be very difficult. We have to walk many, many miles in the snow to get to school. And in the school, our principal is a rather cruel individual. He has a very dusty carpet. And we children, we little boys in the class, for we are all little boys.
Are you all called Wee Willy?
We're all called Wee Willy, yes.
Even the boys in your class, if we're not related to you, they would still be called...
They're also called Wee Willy.
Okay.
Yes. And in our school, we must remain silent constantly. No one is ever allowed to speak. And so we simply sit in silence, and sometimes the little boys are so silent that they disappear altogether. And they reappear
on television
to give interviews such as this. But they are not seen outside of the television for many, many years, sometimes not until they are adults, when they reappear as very angry men.
Racist?
Racist men at bus stops or under the sink or similar places as those.
Okay. Well, it sounds like life can be quite interesting. In the 1950s, especially if you're, if you only exist, I suppose, in the realm of television and doing interviews about what life is like in the 1950s and also in the future. Which I suppose brings me to my next question.
Of course.
Just when I'm speaking, maybe be a good lad and just shut the fuck up. So, how did you expect life to look like in 2025, and how does that compare to how it actually does look in reality?
Well, there were many expectations that I, as a child on the television in 1950s, expected for life that simply, it would appear, do not match up with the reality of the modern world as I would have expected it. I imagined a world where great technological leaps forward had occurred, and this would lead to an abundance of wealth that would be spread out amongst the people of all nations, and we would manage to eradicate poverty and hardship altogether, and this world of abundance would be one which we could all share in. But instead, the reality is quite different. It would appear that rather than being shared around, all of the resources belong to a man with a name that sounds a lot like a sort of a bad-smelling disease, a Mr. Elon Musk, who seems to have all the money and who looks a little like a verruca on the bottom of a decomposing foot you might find in a public swimming pool. I also thought that all of the men and women would be able to leave behind the back-breaking yoke of manual labor and instead turn their minds towards high-minded pursuits such as philosophy and sociology and similar deep thinking and thoughts.
And you think we haven't done that?
No, it appears to me instead that the women mostly now seem to be obsessed with something called the thigh gap and spend a lot of time injecting a sort of a buttery lard into their face to make them look like children. And all of the men seem very focused on something that seems to be called Sigma grind set, which, as far as I understand it, is a practice that mostly is concerned with not sleeping very much and having no friends. And my hope is that the children would have been able to play endlessly. And for all children, life would be an endless summer of joy and happiness and frolicking and fun. But instead, it looks as if the children of the world seem mostly to want to spend their time watching little screens of other people playing games, not even playing the games themselves, just watching the screens. And of course, all of the children in the modern world are fat as fuck.
Well, look, there's no denying that. You know, there is an obesity epidemic at the moment. Yeah,
Perhaps they're stealing some of the buttery lard from the women.
and their faces.
Their faces. And
Okay, see,
eating it.
would you say you're somewhat disappointed then?
I would say I am a little disappointed when I have the time for disappointment. But, you know, my schedule is rather packed between attending school and giving these interviews, so I don't have too much time to
You're
think
kind of fully booked up. Yeah. No, that's absolutely grand. But look, if you do find some time to be disappointed, I wish you the best of luck with that. I suppose finally then, looking forward, you know, another 70, 75 years down the line,
Yes.
how do you think the world will look then?
Well, there is the hope, and then there is the expectation, is there not, Ryan?
Well, I suppose there is. Yeah. That's what I'm
There
asking.
is.
There is the hope and expectation. Yeah.
The hope is that we might come together as a species, and in this, what would appear to be an era of deep entrenched social division, love and humanity might somehow find a way to spring forth through the cracks, and we can mend these deep rifts that are separating us, and come together as a people and take great new technological leap forwards that are not designed to satisfy our basest impulses, but instead to address the deepest issues that our world faces, that
Such as
such as the climate emergency, such as homelessness and hunger and poverty, that we might use our extraordinary ingenuity and intelligence to address these issues and heal the world. That is the hope. But my expectation is more Fortnite.
the game Fortnite.
Yes.
So that's not a hope. That's an expectation.
Realistically,
That's how you see it in 70. More of that game.
my hope is for coming together and
Would a
technology.
lad of your age would that not be a good thing? Like,
Well,
would you not be flat out playing on the PlayStation and
You know,
stuff?
it does look sort of fun.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
look sort of fun.
So don't be worrying about the other stuff.
No.
I'd say in 70 years' time, there's more Fortnite. I think we'll be a pretty successful society and a pretty healthy society. So maybe just stop with the woke shit and maybe concentrate on more Fortnite.
Less
Okay,
Wee Willy Wokey, more Wee Willy
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Okay, Wee Willy Whimsy, thank you so much for coming in today. Best of luck getting home to 1950s television.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome back to Roleplay. Today I am joined on the podcast by a very special guest, Mr. Brendan Gleeson. Before our listeners get too excited, no, unfortunately it's not that Brendan Gleeson. It is Brendan Gleeson, American tourist, as opposed to Brendan Gleeson, beloved actor, who probably would have been a better guest.
Huh?
Brendan, thanks for coming on the podcast today.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. Roleplay is my favorite Irish piece of media, and I consume lots of Irish media as my ancestors come from the motherland, Killarney. They got the boat over the Stena Line ferry a few years back, 2004. So I'm here back in the motherland to talk to you, my favorite host, Simon Hennessy. Give it up.
Thank you very much.
Just to clarify, my real name is not Brendan Glesson. It is Greg. Brendan Glesson is a name that I've adopted anytime I come over to Ireland, because I feel like the Irish kind of they respond better to it, kind of an Irish well-known name like Brendan Gleeson.
Okay, yeah, weird. But so your real name isn't Brendan Gleeson.
No, it's Greg.
It's Greg.
For
okay.
sure, for sure.
All right.
For sure. For sure.
Brendan / Greg, for sure, indeed.
Brendan.
And did you choose You chose Brendan Gleeson, I'm assuming, because of the actor.
Huh?
The actor, Brendan Gleeson.
I love Ireland. I love Ireland. It's a great country. It's a fantastic country. But I gotta say, when I arrived, I was greeted by some culture shocks that I did not anticipate. You know?
Okay, only natural.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Well, what about that goddamn weather? You Irish, you.
What about it?
It is crazy out there. You wouldn't know what to pack in your suitcase when you're coming here. Let me tell you, because it is 4 seasons in one day.
Pack for all of those seasons, then. Yeah.
For sure. But you know, I don't think that sort of stuff is kind of presented in the media. You know, and I consume a lot of Irish media. You know,
As we've established.
for sure.
So you're saying the media doesn't get across that the weather in Ireland isn't great?
It's a great country, though. It's a fantastic country, and as I say, you know, my heritage goes way back. And another thing that I did notice, you know, you guys, everybody around the world has different words for for friend. You know, you've got pal, buddy, mate. But I didn't know prior to arriving here that, you know, the word for friend here is frigid.
Excuse me, Brendan?
Frigid. Frigid.
You're saying... What do you think frigid means, Brendan? Can you just clarify exactly what you think?
100%, no problem. So, when I heard a dude call another dude a frigid, I inquired. I said, "Dude, why you call this guy frigid? Like a refrigerate, like fridge, like you cold fridge?"
Our listeners know what fridge is.
So, he said, "Oh, it's a great way to say buddy, pal, mate, you know, compadre, you know, hermano." Hombre.
Mostly Spanish terms there.
Well, my Spanish heritage goes way back too. So,
Okay, well, maybe
my name is Greg Suarez.
Okay.
Well, Brendan Glesson, you know.
Or Brendan Gleeson in
For sure,
Ireland.
for
Yeah.
sure. Uh-huh.
So, Mr. Gleeson / Suarez.
Suarez.
I think you may have been a little misled, can I just say, because frigid isn't typically used to mean friend. I think those guys might have been leading you up the garden path.
I love Ireland. It's a great country. So I remember coming here, and I was told initially, you know, by my pals who had been here to Dublin, they said, you got to go to Temple Bar. But when I arrived here, I spoke to some of the locals. I said, you know, where can a guy go to, you know, really immerse myself in the Irish culture? And I was told to go to Tala. Yeah. Which is a city just kind of southwest of Dublin, and
It's in Dublin.
yeah, just southwest. And so I got the loose out there, and on the red line.
The what?
The loose, and
It was.
which is Irish for really fast. So I got the loose out to Tala, and I went to the square. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. The Domino's out there is the busiest Domino's in the world.
I'm not so sure it is, Brendan.
All right.
What else about the square stood out to you in Tala? This is your kind of number one tourist destination spot?
100%. If anybody's coming to Dublin, you got to go to the Square Tala. It is fucked up.
I'm not so sure they do.
They have some great things out there. They've got Eddie Rockets.
Yeah. It's average enough dinery, but okay.
But yeah, I'll be going straight back to Tala once this interview's over. I'm going back to Tala. And then one thing I also didn't know, that when you arrive at the airport when you're coming to Dublin, they give you like confirmation money. They give you like money for your confirmation
At the airport?
Yeah, like when you're arriving, they have like they give you like your money for your confirmation.
Sorry, who's they, Brendan? Who is the they?
The priests. The priests.
The priests at the airport give you money for your confirmation. When did you do your confirmation?
Huh? I love country. I love this country. I love this country. I think it's a fantastic country. And let's just say I was told to go to the Gaeltacht to get a meet at the Cayley.
Who told you that, Brendan? Was it the priests again? Was it
No.
guys who told you that frigid means friend?
Everybody told me to go there.
Everyone told
Everybody.
you.
Everybody. They said it's the place to go if you want to get the meat or the shift.
Okay.
And let me tell you.
And just so we're clear, what do you think all of those words mean?
Huh?
Meat. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me, Brendan? I'm sitting right next to you.
So,
You love
of course,
this country.
I love this country. I think it's a great country. It's a fantastic country.
Yeah.
But one thing that I thought was real was Irish people saying top of the morning to you. But they don't say that.
Okay, well, thank God you've at least got something
They say
right.
Brits out. They say Brits out. That's how you greet people? That is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Brendan, it is crazy
Yeah.
because that's not how you greet people.
Brits out. Get your Brits out.
Yeah, that's a song.
Yeah.
That's sort of a joke. It's not a greeting. It means...
Well,
why
let me
do
say
think
this to
that's a
you,
greeting?
Simon Hennessy, host of Roleplay. Brits out. It's a friend. Brits out, frigid. Yeah.
I guess half of that I can get on board with, but I'm not actually a frigid.
Okay. Well, jury's still out on that one.
Jury's not out on that one.
Am I
Jury's
right,
not
guys?
out on that one. Yeah. He's not right, and he's making those noises. He's
Oh
making
my
those
God,
noises.
everybody
There's no one
loves
in
me.
here but us. There's no one in here but us.
Make Roleplay great again.
I mean, it's already great.
It's a great thing.
That's
and
not
Ireland,
a slogan.
it's a great country. It's a fantastic country. But let me tell you, it would be nothing without one establishment that reigns supreme over all of the rest. And as I say, I have Spanish heritage.
Yeah. And just so far, Brendan, can I just say you've managed to get almost everything wrong. But as we come to the end of this interview, you've said
Sinn Féin Fall.
Okay. Well, now you're finally starting to make some sense.
Sinn Féin Fall. You know what that means?
I know what it means. I'm not sure you know what
It
it
means
means.
head on down to Boojum, Mexican restaurant, get some fucking burritos or burrito bowls or tacos. It is the finest Mexican food you can find this side of the Mississippi River.
It means all that.
Yep.
Sinn Féin Fall means all of the things that you said about Boojum, the burrito spot.
Yeah, Sinn Féin Fall. Let me tell you, the only thing Square Tile is missing is a goddamn Boojum restaurant. I'll be heading into Abbey Street later on to pick up a goddamn Boojum.
Brendan,
Sinn Féin Fall.
thank you so much for joining us.
Huh?
You are an idiot. And I really hope that very soon we get the real Brendan Gleeson on as a guest and that you are sent back to America or perhaps Latin America?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Thanks
Greg
for coming.
Suarez,
Greg Suarez.
a.k.a. Brendan
Brendan
Gleeson. Sinn Féin Fall.
Yeah.
That was good.
Good rolls.
Wee Willy Whimsy. He's goated.
He's the GOAT kid on the TV
Yeah,
from
but
the 1950s.
Oh, that's where I know him from.
And Brendan Gleeson is the GOAT Brendan Gleeson.
A.k.a. Greg Suarez.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it made sense. It made sense. And look, all I can say is Sinn Féin Fall.
Yeah. I like Boojum too.
A great establishment, a great country.
Yeah. I prefer the bowls.
Well, I'm a bowl man myself, yeah. But, thing about Boojum is, right, it varies in terms of how much rice they put in the bowls, depending on where you're going.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Smithfield is the GOAT in my opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Smithfield's got that juice, got that rice.
It certainly does. So I suppose we played roles.
We played rolls. We played them well. But now it's time to roll the dice.
Which is where the name of the podcast comes from.
Yeah. Roll,
Okay.
play, ROLL.
Well, I do the honors.
You do the honors. For those who don't know, we've been sent different sketch ideas from our listeners. We've chosen the 6 that we like the best this week, corresponded them to the numbers 1 to 6. Whichever number the dice lands on, they are the roles that we will be playing in the final sketch of the episode. Went a bit Trump there at the end.
All right. It's a great podcast. It's an American podcast.
Best sketches. Biden. He's a pedo.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry, too much.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
I don't
take it
actually
easy.
think that. I don't actually think that.
Trump says that. Well, I'd never heard anyone do a Trump impression as well. That is pretty good, man.
Yeah. It's an untapped market.
I'll tap
Maybe
your
that
market.
should be our next roles. We'll both be
Trump. That would just be brilliant.
Trump, but having like a chicken fillet roll.
Yeah. He's been bloody interviewed by Joe.ie. All right, here we go. I'm rolling the dice in 3, 2, 1.
One.
Number one.
The best number of them all. What's
It's usually
number
the
one?
first one.
It is the first one, unless you start with 0.
I don't.
And nor do I. Number 1 is A
Serious conversation at one of those burger places with a needlessly dirty name. Did that work?
Those places are so dirty.
Yes, so dirty. Why are they so dirty?
I don't know.
It's like bloody dildo burger or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. I'm just trying to have a serious conversation in there.
I hate when I go to one of these restaurants and I forget that they're so filthy and dirty, and I'm just trying to bloody deliver some bad news.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to go to one of them now to play these roles. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right.
Biden's a beta.
He's a great guy. It's a great country. A fantastic country.
Clive.
Hi, James. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you, man. Put it there.
Absolute pleasure. Great
Yeah.
to see you, man.
Thanks a mil.
Lots of great moves we're making this year, and particularly this quarter. So going forward, I think there's a lot to be happy about.
Yeah, a lot of good moves in this Q3.
So I think we'll sit down here.
Yeah, listen. Thank you so much for taking your lunch hour here to meet with me and have a chat here at Cheeseburger and Geesburgers, Ireland's Horniest Meat Emporium.
It's a great establishment. You know, we've been coming here for 5-6 years now.
Well, it's just
since we started the bloody business.
since we started our business, which is of course
business and sons.
Business
you
and Sons.
Yeah,
Business
yeah.
and Sons, because we're both sons.
Certainly, and our surnames happen to be business.
Yeah.
So
Not, of course, we're not related.
no.
Just as luck would have it, we ended up both being called. I was James Business, and you, of course, were Clive.
Clive Business.
Clive
Yeah.
Business.
You know, it's a great company, and the growth has just been phenomenal over the past 7 to 8 quarters. You know.
Yeah. Really good quarters there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All 7/8 of them.
100%.
And this is a little awkward because you brought up business there, and
Yeah.
business, Clive,
That's been going great. Yeah.
has been going great, and that's kind of what we need to talk about today. There's something that
Well, there's a lot of interesting conversations happening in the building, this building, and our business building as well. You know, our office building. So if there's anything you need to talk to me to kind of contribute to those interesting conversations, I'm all ears, James. Business.
I'm glad to hear it, but I'm not sure you're going to love everything that I have to say. But
Hit me.
before we get into it, look, neither of us are great on an empty stomach, are we? So let's just have a quick look. At the
honestly,
menu.
don't talk to me until I've had my bloody fellatio fries, which is definitely what I'm going to go for today here at Cheeseburgers and Geesburgers,
You do
Ireland's
like-
Horniest Meat Emporium. As you know, I'm a man of habit, and I usually go for the fellatio fries.
Fellatio fries look good. I think that I'm going to change it up because I haven't got their Beat My Meat smash burger yet. Delish. Yeah, looks good. Looks really good.
They have that new sauce.
Cum
It is cum sauce.
sauce. Yeah. Well, it's we call it cum sauce, but on the menu it's actually just
It is.
cum.
It does just say cum, but it's kind of like a garlicky kind of chili.
Yeah.
thing.
There's a sort of a garlicky, spicy, hot element to it.
Packs a punch.
Yeah, it's a ton of pineapple in there, I think, as well, which is interesting.
Asparagus. What were you saying there?
Clive, there's no easy way to say this, man. But I was chatting to
All right.
I was chatting to our lad in accounts, Gunt
from accounts.
from accounts. Gunt, as we call him.
Oh, what a bollocks! Yeah.
'cause
Do
he's
you know
a-
what? I was here with him. I came here with him last week.
No way.
And sure, didn't he go for the bloody cunnilingus cauliflower? I didn't even know they had that on the bloody menu.
That's so Gunt,
Yeah.
the cunt, going for the cunnilingus cauliflower option.
What was that bloody fecker talking about anyway? What was he telling you?
The reason that I was chatting to him was because I noticed a few discrepancies in the accounts.
Yeah.
A lot of money missing where it shouldn't have been missing. You know, things weren't adding up. Invoices, receipts, deductions, renewals.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, as I say, the growth has just been phenomenal, and I think I have earned that. I've earned the right to kind of dip in and out whenever I please. Well, please.
So you're not even.
Tell you what,
you're not even going to deny it, Clive. You've been dipping in and out of the company accounts.
I started this shit. I brought you on board, James. So if I want to take, my well-earned cash from the company that I brought up from the very ground floor, and use that how I please, whether it's going to Ibiza for a week, or if it's coming in here and going ham on the gash goujons, I will do with that what I please. Clive, James.
Yes, I'm James. Clive, I'm disgusted, man.
Well,
I'm disgusted to be hearing this. I don't even know if I'm going to have the appetite to enjoy my delicious dick-in chicken tenders. Custom made.
But you love that shit.
Accommodate your dick size in the middle if you want to put it in. I do love that shit. I love the dick-in chicken tenders.
It's a very interesting thing they do here.
Yeah, it's you don't get that in a lot of places.
100%.
That's the sort of service and innovation you get with Cheeseburgers and Geesburgers, Ireland's Horniest
Meat Emporium. Yeah, it's a great.
Well, I don't even think I can order it hearing that you, one of our most esteemed partners, who I've looked up to for so many years, have been defrauding our clients and embezzling their funds.
I'm going to stop you there, James.
I was pretty much done, but nevertheless.
Well, I'm going to stop you there because I have a question for you. Are you going to do water for the table, or do you want to get some jizzy drinks?
Yeah, maybe both. Yeah,
Yeah.
jizzy drinks could be good.
Or like jizzy orange?
I was thinking of Coca-Swola. I think that could be a good one for me, but I mean, some of the stuff is pretty saucy as well. I don't know if I'm going to be that thirsty because there's quite a bit of sauce on the Vaj Mahal Indian style curry fries, so that might actually.
You're an absolute fiend for the Vaj Mahal. You dirty little dirt. Yeah.
I'm the dirtiest of dirts.
Well, look,
and you're the dirtiest of dirts, Clive, because you've done our business and Sons, dirty, and you have dragged our reputation into the mud. And I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to have to say this, but I think you got to go, man. I think you got to go.
Well, I'm gonna stop you there because I don't think you have the power, the authority
I was pretty much done. I was pretty much done. I'm going to stop you there.
Well, I'm glad I stopped you when I stopped you, so that because you're already done.
You didn't really stop me; it was already done. But fine.
I took you under my wing many years ago.
Yeah,
which reminds me these wank wings that are, probably my favorite. They cover it in a very, very special sauce that really appeals to me. But I think coupled with the tater titty tots, that'll probably go down a treat.
Good, actually.
Yeah. So I'll probably do a couple of those.
Yeah, for the table, I'd say.
Yeah,
I'd only
sure.
nibble at them.
For sure.
I would only nibble at them. I need to leave a little bit of room because I have got my eye on those ass discharge fries. They're new on the menu, but
They don't sound very appetizing, to be honest.
in a lot of ways, no. But that brown sauce they've got on them, I don't know what they put in it, but it is.
I think it's like vinegar and apple.
It's rank.
Yeah, it's dirt.
It's dirt.
It is dirt. It's absolutely egregious. And I'll tell you what else is egregious. The way you're coming at me now, you're accusing me of
Coming at you like the cum sauce that they put on those.
Well, no, not like that. Not like that at all.
Sorry. Well,
but I just think it's heinous. Much like these anus goujons that I have here on the menu in front of me, which are a lot nicer than you'd think.
I'm interested to try them, but I really thought, but is something. That's a rude word. They could put that somewhere on the menu.
You can definitely jot it down.
I'll suggest that to the staff.
Yeah, and it's a big but. It's like mine.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, James?
Clive, I really hoped that we would be able to speak honestly, speak frankly here, and that you would take on board what I'm saying. But I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go above your head here. I wanted to give you the chance to resign with your head held high instead of being sacked in disgrace. But I'm going to have to go above your head all the way to Lord Business.
The Lord Business.
The Lord Business of Business and Sons, the founder of our business.
Who happens to be no relation to either of us, but he is.
Yeah, crazy how that happened. And
I'm not entirely sure what the hierarchy of this business is, to be quite honest with you, James.
Right. But that's what I'm going to have to do, and it will bring me no joy to do it. It will bring me no joy to have you no longer around the place, no longer ready to join me for a bit of lunch. And when I come here and I order
the Gluck Gluck
Goujons, or even, our favorite dish, sperm, when I've got a plate of sperm in front of me and I don't want to be able to share it with my best guy, my favorite business guy.
Please don't do this, James. I need to share the sperm with you, man.
I'm afraid there will be no sperm sharing happening anymore.
Please,
Clive,
man.
You've broken my business heart.
Reconsider.
You've broken my business heart.
Please.
No, it's too late, Clive. It's too late.
Hi, guys. He is ready to order.
Yeah.
Should we just go for
the cum and
the jizz and the tits and arse? What is up with those restaurants using those names and like the item names? The way they are needlessly sexual and provocative.
They're so dirty. And what is up with business people having to have their business confrontations in those restaurants too?
Yeah, why is that always happening? There's a place out in Ratoath called WTF Burgers, which in my mind you would like. It's called What the Fuck Burgers. Yeah, I think the WTF actually stands for wings, tenders, and fries.
But they know exactly what they're doing.
That's when I see that place pop up. It's What the Fuck Burgers in my mind.
Yeah.
Which is I kind of like it.
It's a little rude. It's a little cheeky, but you know what? So are we.
Yeah, exactly. This our bloody irreverent is our bloody middle names.
We might as well call this a reverent play.
Yeah.
Although that won't make as much sense.
It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
Yeah,
if you'll pardon,
play as well with the crowd.
Yeah. If you'll pardon the cum. Sorry. I'm spending too much time at those restaurants.
God's WTF Burger and similar establishments.
And Cheeseburger and Geesburger, Ireland's Horniest Meat Emporium.
Yeah, really is Ireland's Horniest Meat Emporium. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I have been Simon Hennessy, Wee Willy Whimsy, and James Business.
And I've been Ryan Carrick. I've been Brendan Glesson, a.k.a. Greg Suarez, and I've also been Clive Business.
Clive Business.
Yeah, Clive Business is my name. Yeah,
both operating under Lord Business, of course.
Yeah, everyone knows that the Lord is cum, which is a reference to our last podcast.
Yes, reference to.
I need to stop. Can we just be maybe a bit more, I suppose, not rude going forward?
You're the one who's repeatedly saying cum, so don't say that to me.
I'm sorry, lads. It's just a funny word. Guys, thank you so much for listening. You can send in any suggestions for the dice roll segment via the Instagram at the Roleplay Pod,
or via email theroleplaypod@gmail.com. And if we like them, we'll stick them on the dice and we just might act them out in next week's episode, where we hope to see you back listening again.
Yeah. So see you then. Do you like us, or what's the crack there? Let us know as well.
Unless you don't, in which case, keep that to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm desperate for validation.
Positive feedback only.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.